Hello and welcome to another Fleet Ops audio commentary brought to you today by ClintSat with special guest commentator Ray 320. Exciting matchup with Elim and Old Time Pro. Should be pretty fun. Lots of micromanagement, lots of ships everywhere. So Ray, you want to go ahead and introduce the players for us, starting with the top?
On the top, this is going to be Old Time Pro as the...
Looks like the purple board.
On the bottom, we are going to have Elim as the...
Oh, it looks like Elim's the Blue Dominion. And looks like a little scout war going on. Elim's going to try to capture that scout. He's really after it. And I see some B8s going up there in the tech lab, so may see an IS bomb. Also have pretty basic Borg start. Plenty of mining. Nothing too fantastic going on.
Yeah, and down here, see those B8s coming out of Elim. Should be pretty interesting. Old Time Pro is kind of new, but he's been beating some of the more seasoned players, so it's going to be interesting to see him take on Elim right now.
Yeah, he's great at micromanagement. Really good job at micromanagement.
So, down here on the bottom, looks like Elim is doing an early expand to his right dilithium mining. A lot of times you see Dominion players go to this middle, to the moon in the middle, but today he gonna go over here to the right, which should be maybe better for him because he'll have this titanium moon, whereas in the middle you would only have one dilithium moon.
Yeah, it does give you an advantage, and you can see that he's just waiting on about 100 more dilithium so he can get this large yard set up.
Yeah, he's pumping out that B8, which is probably has slowed him down a little bit on getting that large yard up, but it will give him the ability to have some ships, some other ships other than large yard ships earlier on, and there we do see the large yard going up right now.
Yeah, Scubes and Probes coming up by Old Time. He's really good at taking these smaller Borg ships and harassing it multiple places at once. Really makes it tough. Should have an interesting time with the Dominion because the Dominion miners are so tough. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get a lot of kills off on them.
Oh yeah, but one change to the Dominion recently is their miners are a little bit slower, so that could possibly give Old Time the extra time he needs to make a kill, as we see there's a probe coming down, maybe to do a little bit of harass. And actually, this is interesting. It looks like there's a Scube and a probe on each side of the asteroid belt. I wonder if that was intentional or if that was just by accident by Old Time.
I think that's just kind of the way it fell. I'd be curious to see if we see B5s or we see the T15s. T15s. Solid choice. Do pretty good amount of damage. I really love the B8 versus the Borg. It's you'd think being pulse based it wouldn't be that great, but it seems to do a pretty good job. That little bit of torpedo just makes a big difference.
And we do see that this Cube is falling down on health, and this B8 is able to take the beating fairly well without but it is definitely holding its ground right now versus the Scout Cube. And this Prodigy Yard is going to allow them to get to repair and come right back out with fully charged defenses.
Yeah, and see what Old Time's doing is he's going to ignore it now. He's going to come down. He's going to put some pressure down in the bottom. It is a yard there, so it's I don't know if he can get a kill, but he can really be annoying. And sometimes that's all you need, just to bide some time till you get your spheres. It's coming across on the left side. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, with a probe and a skew looking to maybe put pressure on both sides of Elim's base, which would, well, really make Elim, have to decide which one he wants to protect. So, pretty much today, Old Time should be able to get a kill on one of these miners, which would be very nice. We see on the right-hand side, looks like he is going to get.
It's going to be close.
This constructor just needs a few more kills. Weapons going down. Starbase fire. Oh!
And he got it. He got it. Now he's got to get out of dodge, get out of there, save that skew. And he got another miner here. Awesome.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Left side. Great job by Old Time. Really, but he reduced the T-15 coming out to kind of provide some cover fire as these this little cat group goes up to Elim's expansion.
Yeah, but the left-hand side attack is going to get another constructor. Really good, really good. But T-15 production still in full effect. Looks like he might even get a scube here. It's gonna be close.
Oh yeah, gonna put a lot of damage. But yeah, that is the. Oh, there goes another miner. If Elim isn't careful, he could lose another Tritanium miner. And that is the big advantage of attacking two places at once. A lot of times you see that with the cloaking races, but by he forced Elim to pick which side to go and made Elim have to divert his attention, kind of distracting him, and has been able to get a number of kills over here on the left side. Looks like this miner is just going to limp away in time. As on the, you see on the expansion again.
Yeah, getting attacked.
Come back.
But I think he might lose some ships up there. I'm not sure. Did halt the T-15 production though. Did what he needed to do there. It's like he's waiting on dilithium.
Only having 112 dilithium at the moment. And let's see, we go up to the top, we see here that Old Time.
It's got a Dode coming down.
Surprised.
Looks like intercept regen. He's long range, so should do a little extra damage to the, or I guess the T-15s will do a little less damage to it with their ablative armor.
Oh yeah, there is that Dode, and it looks like maybe he may decide to go into Dode production. He really has a solid amount of resources right now, and he could be going for a sphere. Actually, he does look like he may be saving up CCs. Has enough for a sphere as well. As that Dode does streak down to the bottom.
Yeah, it is not a relay Dode, so it's not going to have quite as much defense, but should be able to get back into the fight with that regen. T-15 production still going, or started up again. May see a switch to B5s. Yeah, that's what we see there. So Elim's not messing around. He's ready to go now.
Oh yeah, B5s. Fairly cheap ship, and those fighters are very, very nice. Oh, as we see on the left side, this board fleet gonna come in again to attack this Tritanium mine, and Elim could be in a rough spot very, very quickly. As you see, he is very limited on his Tritanium, and all of his miners right now on his expansion are dilithium, and his main miners. Ooh, another miner is gonna bite the dust.
We'll see. He is doing a good job of switching the miner to different productions. It is allowing him to get away. I think these Borg ships are on green alert, or green movement autonomy. He keeps switching around there. It is giving him a little time. He may lose the miner, but he's going to do some damage to these scubes.
Going down to about 35% right now, and this is a nice little T-15 fleet here that Elim has put together versus this Dode, and this Dode taking a lot of damage. Gonna need to get that out, and I think that Old Time is going to lose that Dode.
Yeah, I think these T-15s are slightly faster.
Yeah, we see the T-15s are catching up. There goes a Dode.
And I think they're going to come in here, and I think if this scoop... now, the scoop's pretty fast, so it should get out. Not sure on the probe.
Now, the T-15, its torpedoes are only short range, so those aren't going to come into play unless this probe stops. So this probe should be able to get out.
Old Time hitting at the top, expansion, doing some damage there, making poor Elim cycle all of his ships.
Yeah, and we see that the Tritanium right now only 40 for Elim, and if Old Time to get this Tritanium miner, that'd be a pretty nice kill. However, this B5 is coming out right now.
Yeah, and one thing you got to notice, Old Time ships, all of them are really damaged at this point. So he's going to have to sit back, regenerate a while. Elim can send in his ships to repair and is not going to have a problem. He is weakened by the economic situation, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
If we go over to the left by that nebula, we see an assimilator making its way out onto the field. Wow. Was not expecting to see one of those today, but
it does do pretty good damage, and that's what he wants. He wants to. And it's also a little cheaper on CC. I think he needed to get another ship out there, and I think that he wanted it to be able to do some damage.
And we do see that I believe it has a torpedo module on it, so it's going to be
this is a DPS double torpedo and regen. It looks like. Yep.
Yeah, and what's going to be good is it's going to take less damage from the torpedoes of the T-15. So that's going to be nice.
Really catching this Elim's fleet out of position here. If he can keep this Scube alive, it's going to be a great win for him here. He might even be able to take this prototype out.
Oh yeah, and you can see the amount of damage the torpedoes are causing in that simulator. Ooh, that B8 taking a lot of damage there. Looks like Old Time's gonna drop some more miners, and Elim is in kind of a tough spot right now. He has been able to get some kills and do some damage on Old Time's fleet, but is kind of in a bit of a resource lock at the moment.
Yeah, and when you look at it, Elim could have been a little bit meaner and gone straight to B5 right from the start, and that would have given him a couple more carriers, and they would have been able to kill some of these Scubes. So definitely see that little holdback does reduce his effectiveness a little bit. I don't think he has enough Tritanium to... Well, he might have enough to build another B5. Not sure what he's waiting for. He may not have enough supply.
Really right now, though, if you look at Old Time's fleet, his only really ship that has full hull is that assimilator. Both of, all of his cubes and probes are really has a good amount of damage, so he is going to have to keep those out of dodge for a little while, and we could see this. You see Old Time trying to draw him into the nebula.
Yeah, not going to happen. These long-range ships are going to be able to sit back right outside the nebula.
Yeah, so provided kind of a barrier, and it looked almost there like Elim, they weren't by the nebula, would have the upper hand on that assimilator. So Elim does have a fair fleet going on right now, and he is getting some of that Tritanium mining back online. But we do notice he still is not producing. Oh, and that's what it is. He is locked on supply right now.
Yep, only got 46 supply. Should get enough Tritanium pretty soon though to make up for that. He's got almost full Tritanium on his main. Well, full on his main. He's got his expansion going.
So yeah, we should see that Tritanium be built here very shortly.